it's simple. Oh, man.
Good combination again by Morrison. A left and a right behind it. An uppercut. Down goes Tillis.
I think the end is just about upon us.
There's the hook, as Randy pointed out, over the lazy right hand.
Tommy Morrison will always be remembered as the nightmare every muscle-bound giant feared. In the early 90s, the blonde powerhouse with the carved-from-stone physique was more than a contender. He was a walking knockout warning. Explosive speed, thunderous combinations, and a left hook worth $1 million turned him into a force no amount of muscle could intimidate. But what made Morrison unforgettable was not just the power he carried, it was the giants he broke. One after another, men who walked in with size, bravado, and swollen confidence, only to crumble under the storm of his fists. Today, we revisit the raw power, the chaos, and the unforgettable moments when Tommy Morrison destroyed big muscle giants. Williams came ready to prove his heavyweight credentials. Morrison had other plans: pressure, timing, and combinations like clockwork.
Out of gas, looked like the fight was like hit. Williams can't get careless for a second. Williams, he had it early.
Now, there you go. A pipeline to him, Gil.
Again, I'd like to see Williams.
Let's see which fighter listens better. It is Carl.
And Morrison wobbles.
Two right crosses land in his feet as Gil Clancy point. Morrison. Right hand again by Williams.
By round 8, precision punches overwhelmed the veteran, forcing a TKO.
7, Larry, I think.
Yeah, but Carl Williams is throwing.
And if you throw some rights, maybe he won't be so eager. You got a second win.
Rounds. And that helps to give Williams to come back from his earlier deficit.
The top of the forehead of Morrison.
That's right. There's a Carl Williams, his left hook better and better. And now Carl's a little wobbly. And Morrison's got a chance to finish him off. Bang! Williams is in trouble.
And Williams is looking for the referee to stop the fight. He doesn't know where he is. Williams is already busted up.
The crowd witnessed skill and power in perfect harmony. The Duke doesn't negotiate. He dictates outcomes.
He did it again tonight.
Tucker strolled in tall and heavy, like a rented guard dog showing off. Morrison danced inside his reach, stalking, flashing jabs, the calm before the storm. Then, wham.
Yeah, or I'm going to get you out. I got to tell you the truth, that was the wrong guy to fight. He's going to take some punches for his drummer. There's the uppercut fight to use. See, look when Morrison jabs into the body to live.
Tucker suddenly has a lot of respect.
First left hook rattled the doghouse. Next one knocked it flat.
What a left hand. Right on the money. So, Tucker was in a situation he really could have gotten hurt, and Rudy Battle reacted well that time.
Tucker hit the canvas faster than a bad Tinder date logs off.
So he's being a little conservative left side until he slows him down a little bit.
Well, there's a left hand, and that puts Tucker.
Well, it's simple. Oh, man. I was just going to say it.
When the Duke swings, muscles shrink and legends rise.
I did have a bit of a question as
Tillis thought his height and skill would make him untouchable. Morrison had other plans. Stepping inside, landing hooks and straight rights like guided missiles.
Gotten better and better as he's moved ahead in the pro.
Still trying to really get himself back in. But good left hand, down goes Tillis.
I think he's shocked that he got nailed with that punch.
Right hand gets there also, and incidentally, was set up by a body shot. Left hand, Tillis is in trouble.
This is a very small, there is nowhere for Tillis to go.
And a cushion again by Morrison, a left and a right behind it, an uppercut, and down goes Tillis. Much, folks. Another left hand. Tell you what I like about Morrison here tonight is that he's been very patient.
Very good effort, but wondering if Tillis is, well, there it is.
That's it.
Round 1 ends in TKO. The veteran overwhelmed in seconds. The crowd erupts at Morrison's dominance. Even seasoned pros can't outrun the Duke's fists.
There it is.
That's it.
Brown looked like a basketball player trying boxing for the first time. Morrison moved like lightning, landing hooks and rights with surgical precision.
Put it in the phone booth, but instead it's a ring party, and yes, I party hard, but it's a new Tommy Morrison.
Morrison has his keep Morrison busy.
The keys to victory with vengeance on it.
afternoon because you know Brown of Morrison.
You're exactly right. He will be doing, that's exactly what he has to do. He wants a man by the name of Mike Tyson to know that he exists.
It's thickening here in Muskogee. Trainer John Brown worked on
These punches of the 14 punches that he threw with jabs.
something that has been a problem for him over the years.
Walking in, looks like he's loading up.
Really caused problems. Nice right hand by.
There he jabbed. Bad spot for Brown.
Soon to be 26, who is, it's not an optical.
The longer this fight goes.
Left to go in round 2 of the schedule. It's pretty early to start taking points away.
Round 3 ended the story. Brown hit the canvas. Dreams of intimidation shattered.
Brown very active. It goes down. So with a lot of time left in round 3, has gone down and now must try for the referee, Kevin Champion. Under 2 minutes, approaching the halfway point in this round.
Those power punches are really starting to bother.
Has been down and hurt.
Brown is, and he's going to get nailed over and over again. It's just about upon him.
There's the hook, as Randy pointed out, over the lace.
The referee stopped it. Morrison standing unshaken. Even 7-foot monsters can't escape the Duke's fists.
Randy pointed out, over the lace.
2 heavyweights, 1 ring, and tension thicker than steel beams. Morrison jabs, pivots, and lands combos while Razor swings blindly.
Corral, instead of 45s, it's left hooks. A right hand.
It's the Morrison left hook. Good uppercut flow for the IBC heavyweight title. Flow of the jab, but not throwing it with the intent to connect. Jabbing the hook. Pedro Fernandez ringside here.
He went to the belly. And they're all left hook.
Whoa!
A right hand.
Whoa! There goes Ruddock. He should have been down. That was a Tommy Morrison. Good move. It's a Tyson move almost, Bert.
Each way.
Again. Tommy Morrison in the black trunks.
He missed it.
Yeah.
Both of them. A right by, another right by there. A left wobbling.
Morrison getting beaten to the punch now, though.
6 rounds in, a clean hook right sequence made Ruddock rethink his life choices.
I told you, don't go to the refrigerator. Here comes Tommy Morrison.
He didn't wipe off his gloves. Of course, he didn't go down.
I'm more concerned with being on TV. Tommy Morrison.
Might be his last chance.
That might be it. 35 seconds ago. Tommy Morrison shot. His arms weigh up 100 pounds each. 10 seconds ago on this, the 6th round action.
Ref stopped the fight, and Morrison collected another highlight. Timing beats terror when the Duke decides to strike.
When Fanny hit the mat. Now what is this? Pity pat, and he's stopping the fight.
Oh, look at no.
Vaulin tried to control distance with his height and jab, thinking technique would win the day. Morrison didn't flinch. He danced, slipped, and countered with measured power.
And Vaulin bounced. Tillis, you see him dipping down. He wants to... And Morrison some damage with both hands. And the final seconds of this first round.
12 jabs. There goes that left hand that they were asking for, and he's landing it. Puffy already, and it's only been a round and a half. They might have been putting the
Little blood around the mouth.
Killer instincts here. Tommy Gallagher said he had a hard time.
And all early. All in the first couple of rounds.
Well, limited. He hasn't been throwing very much at all. In fact, he doubled sparring partner Jerry Jones. Oh,
and Vaulin.
He's landing from the outside. Why quit there?
He lands again with a left. Vaulin putting on a show in the 3rd round.
Morrison, he's rated in the top 10 in all 3.
A left caught Vaulin. Referee
now the legs away from Vaulin. A lot of energy in these first 4 rounds. Oh, dynamite.
Vaulin with another fine combination.
Morrison is really unsteady on this.
Round 5 became a lesson in precision. Left hooks and straight rights landed like clockwork.
And now Morrison on the attack. And for the first time, he stunned Vaulin.
Well, just like I said, he was still dangerous, and he's
Right through the first 4, and Morrison still and Vaulin's hurt.
body shot. Sir looked on the verge of it.
Oh, and Vaulin hurt again.
That's it.
That's it.
The ref intervened before Vaulin could negotiate more punishment. Discipline meets destruction, and destruction wins.
That's it.
Thomas entered proud, shoulders back, career highlights in mind. Morrison didn't care about history. He only measured distance with fists. A few straight rights and hooks later, Thomas's game plan evaporated faster than ice in the sun.
Morrison's last fight against Ender quickly in the first. That was the biggest name he has faced. On the pressure, Thomas.
That is over his right nasty cut.
Just starting the big foes, and there's that wicked right hold. He has a couple of things, his left and his right.
And these 2 men are fighting in a 16-round.
Staying right in the middle of it. He's heard it before. People say, well, Mike Tyson heard the same thing. Down, steps back, point his shots.
Thomas has to get back to that left jab. He come out the front part of the fight. He is stunned. This is what happens to fighters when they lose that competitive edge.
This fight as if it were his last, and it should be. Coming down to 10 seconds, we'll pause for a moment. It is over, Bigland Thomas.
He waved the white flag after round 1, career shaken. Youth, power, and timing. The Duke's recipe for unavoidable chaos.
And for Tommy Morrison.
The ring welcomed a mountain of muscle, but Morrison had the map. Footwork, angles, and snapping combinations dismantled Tillman quickly.
Big comparisons with upper body. The right hand by only the one loss. Whenever he faces a second echelon heavyweight like Tillman, get within range, and there's that first strong left hook landing by Morrison. Tillman cannot be good left to the body. Good left hook on wobbly legs. Another left to the body.
Round 1, a sequence of hooks and rights, and it's over. Size bowed to speed and timing. Giant or not, the Duke writes his own rules.
To the body, Tillman staggers across the ring, goes.
Murphy looked experienced, rugged, and mentally signed up for 12 rounds. Morrison said nope, 3 is more than enough.
Target here than George Foreman. 7 rounds.
Tommy built momentum each round, like someone climbing stairs with rocket shoes. Round 3 hit. Rocket launched. Murphy landed down.
With George Foreman in early June taking on Irish.
Ref closed the show. That's not a TKO. That's a signature. Scott came in undefeated, thinking size could dictate the pace. Morrison had other plans: speed, pressure, and hooks over the top.
And that Adam started.
These 2 guys really fill it up. Across the inside, the ring can be as big as 20. Get up and hooks.
And it's any Mike Tyson's bounce. It was the speed with which he made him even more powerful. With Morrison that he can let wants to work on. There's a
Blood, yeah, big cut left eye. It's above the left eye of Scott.
to keep Morrison off him. Look at jabbing your
Round 2 hit. Combination smashed through Scott's guard, leaving him gasping.
There's Tommy Morrison, obviously. Interesting strategy that they want to do, especially in these early rounds. They did a good job at the cut.
Also finished second to his stomach.
Nice uppercut. What about the way Morrison's attacking here?
Left hand. Scott is hurt.
Meanwhile, the thing they are going to have to fix.
And another uppercut.
Ref waved it off, confirming Morrison's dominance. Power and timing beat height every single time.
Nice combo by him, and that sends Brian Scott down. When you punch
The Duke didn't hunt giants, he humbled them. If you love legendary punchers, hit subscribe now.